Oh,
Hello.
Hello.
Is that a brick wall behind you? That's so weird. There's not a white background or like Thailand. Oh, indeed. Holy cow, you got an HQ, huh?
Ooh, well, I mean, lucky number 8. We have Bullet Journal Day just to celebrate the community. And this is 9 years of Bullet Journal. So it's a really exciting day where we get to come together and do some sharing and updates and other fun things. We have a lot in store. We've been working on it for a long time, and so it's really, really exciting to be able to do this. If you want to engage in the chat, absolutely share your excitement, ask your questions, greet each other, absolutely. And then we'll be able to, jump in and hear some fun things that we've been.
Mic check, mic check.
mic check.
Your mic works.
I think some people on YouTube are struggling to hear.
Okay. How are we doing
I
now?
think.
I love when I hear the British accent. Oh, actually, she might be Indian.
Yes, they said they couldn't hear Ryder because they could see Ryder, but it was Jess speaking. So I think that was what caused the confusion. But
okay.
I think we're okay. It was
Okay, great. Okay, well, let's get into it. Hopefully YouTube sound will work out. A lot of different moving parts here, so bear with us as we try to brave every single channel at the same time. Okay, so first of all, happy Bullet Journal Day, everybody. This is 9 years. 9 years. 9 years today. So much has led up to this point, and I kind of want to start there. I would have requested everybody would mute themselves just so we have a clean feed for other people as well. Raksha, how are we doing on YouTube? Are people able to hear me yet? Okay, great. Everything's working out. Okay, so first of all, let's talk about Bullet Journal just a little bit. Bullet Journal as a company. That's the first thing that I want to
recording in progress.
And again. if we could mute everyone else, please. Thank you.
They're saying on YouTube that your voice is quite quiet, so if you can speak up a little into the mic, I think that will help.
Okay, let's bring that all the way up. Okay, hopefully that'll do the trick. All right, so let's get into it. First thing that I want to do is I want to thank a couple people. I'll be thanking a lot of people, actually. First of all, it's the bullet journal team, right? These are the people that make all this work. It's not just me, it's a bunch of people. And here in alphabetical order, I just really quickly want to acknowledge the people that make all this possible, because I certainly can't do it by myself. We have Chandra, who's been with me the longest, who's basically responsible for all operations and customer support. She's really been a godsend and just an incredibly kind person. I guess that could be said about everyone. We have Danny, our social media genius, who makes everything look good and make sure we are communicating on all the proper channels properly. Then we have Jessica, who many of you inside of Bujo U know, who's head of our content and community. Then we have Jess, who's head of marketing. And we have Raksha, our newest member, who's going to help me get back on my YouTube game and help me create some more tutorial videos for everyone. I finally had to acknowledge that I can't just do all that on my own. Too slow, bottleneck. And she helps out a lot with the community as well. He's actually, everyone on our team is really community oriented, and I think that's kind of why we all love doing this. It's so much about the community. And then there's me. So that's that. Okay. So let's keep on going. Let's talk about the giveaway. That's kind of the big deal today, right? So we're going to talk about the giveaway. We're going to talk about the basics and beyond course, the membership, the bullet journal method book, and the edition 2. So this is the bundle that people over the last week have applied for lack of a better. And before we announce the winners, which we will do at the end, I would like to take this opportunity to also highlight what all these different pieces are, because for a lot of people, they may not be aware that they exist, and my team and I have put an incredible amount of work into creating these things for you, right? The guiding principle of bullet journal is really creating things that add value, that really can support you in your bullet journal practice. So I want to kind of go through this step by step to showcase what it is that we've been working on. Starting with our newest notebook, right? This is the edition 2 in blue, right? Blue 22. This is, hold on, let me break this out real fast. One second, let's get myself organized here. Here it is, our newest color. So for those of you that don't know, also carries the colorway in through the inside. Took us a long time to get here, but with your help, we got there. It's our newest color for this year. Also carries through to the instruction book on the inside. So let's talk about that just a little bit. Every year, we create a new color, and as an extension of our brand, essentially it signifies being more present, right? The seasonality of life. Like everything in our company is about trying to support our values as a company, and one of those things is just like every year we have a new color. Last year it was blush, this year it's blue 22, and then as of next week or the week after that, we're going to be reaching out to you to figure out what the next color is. It's something that we co-create together every year, and it's a great time to bring it out on Bujo Day. So another couple things that are not so obvious is that the notebooks are sustainably created, and also as we become more and more of a proper company, we're really trying to make as many of the right choices as we can. So as of now, all of our shipping is carbon neutral, which is something internally that we're really excited about. It might not be as fun as new color, but for us, it really means a lot. And Blue 22 is available for pre-order in the US and Canada and Australia as of today, and it will be available for pre-order in Europe and the rest of the world in September. If you pre-order it today, you can expect that you should be getting it very early in September. So pre-order today and it will arrive here. Thank you for your patience. We are still dealing with logistics from the whole COVID thing, which has made shipping in general tricky. But you can pre-order today and it will start shipping in September. Okay, so that is Blue 22. Very excited, and it's really hard to describe what this color looks like. Even the images don't do it right. What's really neat is that the color changes depending on light. And I don't know if it's just the formulation of the color. There's no different materials or anything. It's the same materials as the black and the blush. It's just the way that it, interacts with light. It's super cool. And so Blue 22 will be joining black and blush in our Edition 2 lineup. So it is an Edition 2. Next, so the next part of the bundle is the Basics and Beyond course. Now, personally, for me, Basics and Beyond course, I'm really proud of this. This is something that took us years to get to, and partially it's just because I refused to get the right people at the right time, so I kind of powered through it unnecessarily, but when I finally started asking people for help, we got there. We released it in February of this year, and the feedback has been absolutely phenomenal. I think it's one of the most powerful things that we've ever created. We have over 1,000 students from around the world, which is wonderful because you share these learning experiences over time. It's also a self-paced course, which means that you can learn asynchronously, right? If you have some time now and then something comes up, you can learn about it in a week or two. And what's interesting is that every time you re-engage with the course, there are new people who are filtering into it and interacting with each other. And the conversations that come out of people taking this course is something we didn't expect, and it's really wonderful. You know, it's like I'm the starting point of the lesson, and then the students continue to teach each other, and that's really something that we're really excited about. And it's so much so, the response has been so positive that we want to bring it to as many people as possible. And one of the ways that we're doing that is we're starting a translation program. So as of today, the course is now available in Spanish, and it's available in Spanish because of the incredible people in our community. Here are the people who helped us translate the course. These are people in our community that volunteered to do this. So thank you, Jonathan, Tamara, Marcelo, Barbara, Andres, Jackie, Carol, Leslie, Maria, and Maria. Thank you so much for making this available for all the people who speak Spanish around the world. We're really excited about this. And again, this was a volunteer program. But we also know that we don't want to just ask for things constantly and not give, right? Co-creation goes in both directions. So one way we want to do this, if you're interested in doing this, we also offer translation scholarships. And the way this works is because the course is really long and really complicated, rather than kind of just burdening one person with this, we get a lot of people to do very small parts. And you can pick whatever language you're fluent in. That's really important about fluency, to get the nuance across of the lessons, because there's a lot of nuance in the language that I use. So if you're fluent, that's really helpful to make sure that it makes sense in your language. And all languages are welcome at this point. There's an application form that we'll be dropping in the chat. And in exchange, we are also granting people access to the course itself, right? So you can learn the course and you'll have access to Bujo U. As well, which we'll get into, which is our membership site. So this is our translation scholarship that is our way of saying thank you for people contributing to the learning of our global community. But that's not where our scholarships stop. And for that, I actually want to turn it over to Jessica. Okay.
Is interesting.
You try now?
Yes. Can you hear
Okay.
me now? Let's give it 1 second.
I'll test it.
Okay. Okay, they can hear Ryder, and now they can they hear Jessica now? Okay. Okay, great. Okay. We love technology so much. So I was saying that we wanted to expand the access to the course, not only in languages, which we're working on, but also because no matter what your life circumstance is, we want to balance that access with also being a company and trying to figure out the best way to do that. So we are doing a 5-for-1 model so that every 5 courses that are purchased, we give 1 seat away. And there is a form that you can submit to be eligible for consideration for that scholarship. We're doing it twice a year. And so it opened up this month, and you have until September 8th to submit your form. You can go online on the course page on the website, bulletjournal.com. There's a course link on the top. And if you scroll down, there is a link for the scholarship, which we will start reviewing at the beginning of September, and then be able to give away however many seats that we can. So whenever you do buy a seat, it also goes toward being able to expand that access to someone else. We've been able to give away 100 so far, which is so wonderful. And we're looking forward to giving away even more in this next round. So look for that on the course webpage. Hey, Ryder, YouTube cannot hear you now.
Okay, can they hear me now? How are they now? I think it should be okay. Okay, carrying on. Let's try this one again. So, now that we have sound, so for today only, for 24 hours starting from today, the Basics and Beyond course, our premium course that usually goes for $249, is going to be sold for $199. You can find that on bulletjournal.com. The course now offers new payment options, so a lot of people were fixed by one, now we have multiple, whether it be PayPal, credit card, that kind of thing. We also offer payment plans. We know that it's still a lot of money, so now moving forward, you can break it up into smaller chunks. And one thing that's really important about the course also, which makes this very unique for us, is that you gain access as part of the course to Bujo U, our membership community. So I'm going to talk about that for a moment. Okay, so Bujo U is our answer to one of the most common concerns that we get, is that people are just getting lost in like the Bujo space online, right? There's a lot of content out there, and a lot of it is just peppered with noise and algorithms and misinformation, and we wanted to create one place, a global home for our community where people can focus on what they care about, whether it be parenting, their profession, being a student, all through the lens of bullet journal. And that's why we created a membership site, right? And we want to make this membership site as accessible to everyone while also still generating an income from it, so we can facilitate it, right? All the people that you're talking to today and that you've heard from, I want to make sure that this is worth their time. So it's a way for us to support each other in this sense. And since we launched it, we have more than 2,000 members. We've had more than 50 live events, which is one of my personal favorite things. So we have Q&As, those kind of things. And as I mentioned before, what makes Bujo U special is there are no ads. There's no algorithms. Like, we make money by providing you with value, right? We want to make sure that our incentives are aligned this way. Also, you get paid course discounts and membership-only content and newsletter. So now we offer 3 different membership types inside of Bujo U. The first is basic membership, which is launching today. So that's something that we're excited about. It's our most affordable option, and it allows access to the network and to arguably the most valuable asset in the entire community, which is other people like you, right? It's again, my team is small and we support you as much as possible, but truly the strongest connections are other members who are going through the same things as you are and are solving the same problems. So that basic membership allows you to access each other, as well as our members only newsletter. There is a monthly as well as an annual option available to you. Then there is the second membership option, which is the course membership. So that grants you access to the course as well as the basic membership for Bujo U. So it's basics and the premium course. And that is available for one fixed price. And then last but not least, we have the premium membership. So that gives you access to everything that you have in basics, but it also gives you access to our live events, which take a lot of work for us to put on and we're really excited about, as well as our downloads, live guided reflections that I've hosted, things like that. So more premium content. The premium membership does not include the course, but you do get a discount should you want the course after you start the premium membership. So it might sound like there are a lot of different pieces here, and the reason that we do this is because it kind of reflects, again, our values from Bujo. We want to give you what you're interested in. We want to make sure that you have access to the tools that are necessary during your specific part in this journey. Maybe you just want the course, fine. Maybe you just want access to the community, fine. Maybe you just want access to the events, and this is the best way we know how to give everybody what they want. Sure, there's always some edge cases and we're always doing better. We're always trying to do better, so please let us know what we can do better. But anyway, the basic membership is also part of the giveaway for today. So, all right, that was a lot. This is everything that we've talked about today. So all the winners of today are actually going to get the Blue 22. So surprise, you're gonna get the Blue 22. You're gonna get access to the Basics and Beyond course, as well as access to the Basics membership to Bujo U, as well as the Bullet Journal Method book. So all of that is headed your way, and here we are. Congratulations to Tammy Liu, Lisa Cheng, Lillian, Danny, Marin, Daryl, Maureen, and Svetlana. I hope that you're as excited about this as we are. We can't wait to send you all the information that you need to get your logins and everything like that. Whew, that was a whole bunch of stuff. So, some of you may have put in a lot of different entries. So one thing that I want to make sure is that we enable people to win constantly for engaging with this community. And one thing that really powers this community are your questions. So what I would like to create is, we're on so many different social media platforms, and the thing that drives almost everything that we create, everything that we build, is based around questions that you have. So moving forward, if we ever use one of your questions to create content, you will also win access to the course as well as a basic membership as our little thank you, because that's really how we're able to provide value for everyone. So yeah, that's where we are, and I wanted to take the last few moments here to see if we had any questions that I can answer.
Someone just apologized for showing up unmuted. I think you can carry on.
Sorry, Ryder, you were one of the casualties. I accidentally muted you.
Can you unmute me?
Ryder, you need to unmute.
Okay. Okay. Sound disasters aside, where did I fall off?
You start at the beginning.
I guess if I had to start all over again, the answer would be thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. You know, giving away this stuff is just a little way of us saying thank you for all of your incredible support, honestly, and I don't know where it fell off, but I do want to repeat it again. Moving forward, we want to acknowledge the community as much as we possibly can. So if you ask us a question, and if we use that question to create content, you will be given access to the course, which is our most premium product, as well as our membership site as a little bit of thank you. And we'll let you know all of our videos moving forward will actually be more or less dedicated to a specific question from a specific user. That's the format that I think I'm most excited about. So yeah, I wanted to see if anybody had any questions either here or on YouTube, as we have 5 minutes left in celebrating Bujo Day. Yeah, it was a lot. See if we have time to unpack anything. JC, Raksha?
Oh, we do have a question in the Zoom from, oh my gosh, Nestor. How do I pronounce your name correctly? All right, what's your question?
Hello, everybody. Thank you for doing this. Thank you, Ryder, especially. This is an effort that I truly admire. I've been working with productivity for a long time, and systems come and go. This is the one that I have been keeping with the longest. However, I keep falling off the wagon. So my question is, I know that you have a very short video about starting again, but every time I start again, I found that I tweak it a little bit, and sometimes it goes away from what you dictate. The question is, what are the true core elements of the method, which if you don't use them, or when you don't use them, you're actually not doing bullet journaling?
Thank you for your question. That's it. I'm going to try to unpack that just a little bit because it's a big one, because it goes back down to core values. But I think for me, in my own experience, when I stop doing something, it's because I forget about why it matters to me, or I don't check in with that. I get separated from my intention. So I would say oftentimes when people start something new, especially in the productivity space, it's about getting somewhere, right? So the entire goal, the entire strategy and trajectory is about one day I will something, right? And depending on what it is, that day can be very far away, and it may not mean anything to you, right? You're waiting to get there until it'll finally be meaningful. When I've lost this much weight, when I've started this company, when I've made this much money, have this many followers. And then tomorrow you're gonna wake up and that's, you know, you're still depending on the potential of that thing meaning something to motivate you. And I found that never to work for me, right? Because I don't know if that's gonna be meaningful. And on a bad day, I can quickly be like, that's not gonna matter, or I'm not gonna be able to achieve that. So for me, it's about not really powering your productivity with process, but powering it with purpose. And what I mean by that is that you start off with figuring out what it is that is meaningful to you right now, not one day. Do you want to be a better father? Do you want to be healthier now? What is resonating with you now? And what do you need to do to sustain that over time, right? Or what challenge are you facing now? Something from your lived experience, something that isn't conceptual really, right? Like maybe one day it's like, no, our lives are complicated, our lives are exciting, our lives are beautiful. There are things that are happening right now, and those things either need to be fixed, they need to be managed, they need to be cultivated. Like, what can we do now about this thing? And I find that that's really helpful to me, because then everything that I'm doing inside my practice helps support that effort in me being a certain way. So it's not one day when X, then Y. It's like, what can I do now? How can I be the version of myself now that I need to be? And how does the system support that? How can I be a better father? How can I be healthier now? Right? So you don't have to worry about whether or not it's meaningful. It just feels that way. That's why I always keep coming back to the intention. That's why intention is really at the core of everything inside a bullet journal. How can this help you now? And why are you doing what you're doing? And I think that that's super helpful to me, at least. That's when I am able to connect with myself, and that's when it begins to resonate. The faster you can bring those 2 points together, the like work that you're doing from your feeling, and have them play off each other, then it will feel relevant faster. So that's the short version of like an entire class on its own. I hope that was helpful, Nestor.
Yeah, thank you, Ryder.
Absolutely. Raksha, do we have one from YouTube we can try to get in here?
Yes, we do. We have a few.
Okay. Again, these are all not small questions. It might be a short question, but it's not a small question. So I feel like you just check in with yourself in the morning. In Bullet Journal, the way we do this is that we have rituals. We have daily rituals, weekly rituals, monthly rituals that help us do exactly this. Take a moment, stop, check in with ourselves. Based on what we've learned in our entire lives up to this moment, what feels most valuable today? What really needs to be pushed forward today? What will help me be in the most integrity today, right? And sometimes that is sacrifice. Today is for someone else, and I do that gladly because I love them. Or maybe today is for me. I get to play today, and other people are just going to have to deal, right? And figuring out what is meaningful consistently and in a sustainable way is really why we're doing all these things. There is no clean answer to this, because the answer changes depending on the day. That's why these rituals are so important, and that's the closest that I've been able to get, right? Just taking the time to think about it. That's it. I think that maybe if I reduce the question a little bit, is oftentimes we are operating from a state of panic because we've not taken the time for too long, and then all of a sudden everything is equally on fire, right? Oh my God, self-care. Oh my God, work project. Oh my God, everything at the same time. And for me, like, I've gotten in that place also, and the reason is because I don't take the time to kind of put out these fires along the way, just to check in with myself, be like, okay, I'm going to cultivate this, I'm going to cultivate that, and then I can avoid a lot of the overwhelm that happens from giving into a lot of other distractions. Let's put it that way. Okay, we're a little bit over, and I want to respect everybody's time. So I want to end by saying thank you so much for taking the time. Not only today, but over the last 9 years, for helping me be able to build this company and surround myself with an incredible team and an incredible community. I could not be more grateful, truly. And over the next year, we're going to be building some really incredible stuff. We finally have the ability to put things together as a team that I wasn't able to before, and I can't wait to tell you about it. We have some more products releasing later this year, so look forward to that. But in the meantime, thank you so much for taking the time, and I will see you around. Happy bullet journaling.